I'm a refugee woman who came to Ghana since 1993 at the age of 14, 15 on the Tano River ship from Liberia directly to Ghana. And during the war in 1993, 1992, my father was killed and myself was tortured, I was beaten, I was raped, I got a burn on my foot and I have to flee for life and went to the Ekoma base at the Freeport where I was rescued and brought to Ghana at the age of 14, 15 without parents. And I've been living here for the past 15 years now.
This camp, as you can see it was not built like this. There was only one single tent, few tents that were placed here initially when the Liberian came. But the rest of the building that you see here are put up by the Liberians themselves using their own money and resources without any help from the United Nations, without any help from the Ghanaian Refugees Board or whatsoever. They use their own resources that friends abroad or other places help them with.
I've been here for the past 12 years. Some have lived here for 17 years. Some have been here for 10 years. And it has come to a point in time in our refugee life that we are tired of this refugee life and we want the international community, we want everybody somewhere, every agency that is concerned with refugee activity to listen to us that we are tired of this refugee situation and we want somebody to come to our aid to help us end this refugee life.
I don't want to stay in this camp, and so is every woman that you see sitting here don't want to stay in this camp. Because when some of us first came here, we really wish that the UNHCR would have helped us to go to school, help us get some formal education so that we can be able to support ourselves and maybe do some trade and do something. But since our stay around here, many of us have not been fortunate to have had any formal education by the UNHCR.
The large number of the refugees have not been empowered. Refugees were limited to this camp. Our children went to school here. Sometimes the funding is not there. With what little we can gather, when you send your child to the school outside there, they charge you foreign fees. You are a refugee. You are supposed to work under the UN Convention. Refugees are not supposed to be held aside from jobs that protect the job market as from like other foreigners. So we were supposed to work, but over the years, we are not being able to work. A large number of refugees are not being able to work.
Like me, I'm a mother of a son. I bore a son here, and my son is growing up here, and he doesn't know any other life but a refugee life. And he's not even going to a good school. I'm forced to send him to a refugee school because I cannot afford, and I need a better future for him. I want him to acquire a better education that will make him to be a child who will come out well to be able to take care of himself and serve his nation. But all these things are being limited, and because of that, we are fed up with this life. We want to live from here. We want to go somewhere to work and improve our lives and be able to return home and serve our country.
There are most of us that want to go back to Liberia, but our stop here is that having left Liberia for the many years, how can you return? What do you have? Many of us, our houses were burned. Many of us fled because of rape. Many of us were children when we left. We lost our parents in the war. Some of our parents got missing. We don't even know their whereabouts. Who do you return to?
They are giving Liberians $5 to return home with, which is grossly inadequate, and it cannot even suffice for one day's food. These are the issues.
Then we come to our repatriation. There are people here who want to be repatriated back to Liberia, but they cannot go back home empty-handed. The first package that was given to Liberians refugee returning home is just too small, and it cannot keep somebody who has left their home for the past 17, 10, even 5 years. Because when you leave from your country due to war, whatever you left there has been looted. You are going back to emptiness. You need something to go back home with to start your life. And that's why in our document we wrote, around the world we say refugees returning to Liberia should be given a package of $1,000 to be able to go back and start a life, because they will need land, they will need shelter for their children to live in, they will need education for their children, they need something to start their lives.